First, the Sullivan County mayoral candidate who posted derogatory text messages sent from Sheriff Wayne Anderson to an employee is speaking out today. This is News Channel 11 at 5. I'm Josh Smith.
And I'm Sarah Diamond. Sheriff Anderson has admitted to the text and apologized, saying he was, quote, stressed and trying to vent to someone he trusted. In one text, Sheriff Anderson called Jeff Cassidy, his opponent in the August election, the devil, and his supporters Satan worshipers. He also threatened employees who do not support him in the upcoming election.
Anderson also called mayoral candidate Gerald Sensabaugh a decrepit old retired football player. Sensabaugh posted screenshots of the text messages last week. News Channel 11's Curtis McLeod spoke with Sensabaugh today, who said he wanted to help this county employee since it appears no one else would.
Yeah, Gerald Sensabaugh is running as an independent candidate for Sullivan County mayor, and it told me he got involved with the sheriff's office employee Megan Smith's issues because that employee had nowhere else to turn. Smith told us over the weekend she has plans to file a sexual harassment suit against Sheriff Wayne Anderson due to the nature of some of those text messages. It started with this post on independent candidate for Sullivan County Mayor Gerald Sensabaugh's page last week on Thursday. Screenshots of messages he says were between an employee and Sheriff Wayne Anderson. Anderson later confirming he sent the messages in a statement over the weekend. We wanted to know why Sensabaugh got involved, so I asked him. And he says the sheriff's office employee we spoke with on camera this weekend, Megan Smith, reached out to him.
She just basically told me that she had reached out to the mayor, she's reached out to the TVI, and she's reached out to many different outlets to try to get her story out there because, you know, it's a hostile work environment.
Smith told us over the weekend that after reporting the messages to the DA's office, she was eventually told the case was closed. That's when she turned to Sensabaugh for help with making those text messages public.
I guess she had been fed up with the process and nobody reaching out to help her, and felt that I was her only option. So, you know, I'm running for mayor, and I feel like that's the mayoral duties, to try to help out and check out other politicians' roles and make sure that people are being treated fairly first.
In one of those messages to Smith, the sheriff spoke about Sensabaugh, saying, quote, "Hey, that Sensabaugh is a black guy running for county mayor. He is not the mayor. He doesn't have a chance to win. He's a decrepit old retired football player who was washed up, LOL. Him and Cassidy are buds. Both are radicals. They stir trouble."
You know, I was pretty disappointed that government officials would be talking about me in that way. I'm sure they do talk about that way, but what I'm noticing is a lot of these guys are really unprofessional. Guys and girls are really unprofessional, and they don't mind going out there on a limb on a text message.
Now, just into the newsroom, I got a statement from Sullivan County Mayor Richard Venable, who wanted to, of course, give us some understanding in regards to this particular ongoing investigation. He says in a statement that I just got moments before our broadcast, quote, "The reason for my statement today is to emphasize to all Sullivan County employees that confidentiality is our most important concern when an employee must confer with a superior regarding an untenable situation while working for the county. That confidentiality was maintained by my office until Ms. Smith released the text to the public." Now, this statement goes on to detail the events that we have since brought to you starting on Saturday night and into today with our continuing coverage on this specific situation. Of course, they'll have more, of course, on the news tonight at 6 o'clock. Now, I did speak with, of course, Dan Street. That's with the Sullivan County Mayor's Office, the attorney for the Sullivan County. And he tells us he has been told to look into this, of course, and we will have more on this developing story on the news at 6 o'clock. Josh?